This is... Bravo! Bravo, Nicolas Cage. Thank you for coming back and being the crazy mother that we all want you to be. Thank you! Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Burns Reviews, and today we are talking about the new Netflix series documentary with Nicolas Cage, History of Swear Words. If you're new to the channel, be sure to ring that bell, subscribe, get videos just like this. We have all kinds of videos, Engine Explained, Side by Side, early reviews for movies that are coming out this week, next week, you name it. And yeah, without any further ado, let's talk about the history of swear words. Alright, so when I first saw this trailer about maybe like a month ago, I didn't know what this was. I see like Nicolas Cage, he looks like 20 years younger, he's all made up, and looks like he's like an art dealer doing like the next Thomas Crown affair. It looks like he is going to steal the next national treasure, but then he starts talking and I'm like, something seems off, and I didn't know what this actually was. I don't think anybody did. And then I found out, okay, this is something completely different. This is a documentary comedy series, improv style, of Nicolas Cage, who serves to be the host of this show, and we go inside the history of 5 or 6 different curse words, breaking them down by episode, 20 minutes per clip, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. Granted, Nicolas Cage is not the entire show. If I had to break it down, I would say that he's basically like the opening, the closing, and essentially where you would put a commercial break. So I'd say he pops up maybe 4 times per episode, and then beneath that you have comedians. You have Nick Offerman, you have Sarah Silverman, Jim Jeffries, some other newer comedians that I've never seen before, and at the very bottom you have experts on these actual curse words. For example, the one that I liked the most was this lady called Carrie Stamper, who's a lexicographer. She actually tells you a lot about how the word began in like the 1400s or whatever, how it basically morphed from generation to what we have now. And then I would say 5% of the series is just a lot of cutscenes of member berries of your favorite movies that you have seen these words used famously before. I gotta say, my favorite part is the very, very beginning of the series when they do the intro with Nicolas Cage, and it's very dramatic. And he just starts doing a lot of famous quotes that involve the F word. And it is the best part. I wish he was in this show a little bit more. It's very much just him in like what looks like this library with a fireplace, and he's got like a globe with whiskey and different alcohols, and he's just kind of sitting there chilling. You know, it's not like Jeff Goldblum where he's kind of actually involved or doing more with the actual show. He's just there to be like the narrator, if you will. You know, he comes, he goes, and I wish they could have done more with that. But I understand why they didn't, because it's, you know, it's Nicolas Cage. You really don't want him giving you a history lesson, and he's not as funny as maybe some of these comedians. I don't think the comedians were that funny. Wait, what am I saying? Nicolas Cage is the funniest part of this entire show. Scratch that. The comedians are fine. It kind of reminded me of that show, I Love the 80s, or I Love the 90s, that was on VH1 many years ago, because they keep intercutting between different comedians who remember different experiences using the word or how it ties into their life or society and stuff like that, which was cool. But I always say this show was very digestible, very short, like I said, 20 minutes each. I would recommend not binging them, but watching them 2 at a time, because I feel like after 40 minutes of watching the series, you start to get a little bit of like a burnout, because, you know, like I said, it keeps rotating between Nicolas Cage, comedian, historian, or expert, and cutscenes from the actual, you know, movie in which they're using them in. And then there's like a lot of animations and transitions, and that cycle can get a little repetitive and redundant. Whenever Nicolas Cage wasn't on the screen, I did find myself looking down at my phone going, alright, whatever. But yeah, I think this is a nice, easy watch, very digestible. You could, you know, it's a good series if you're like folding laundry or just hanging out and you want something on the background. And yeah, that's why I'm going to give the history of swear words a B. Anyway guys, are you planning on checking out the new crazy, zany Nicolas Cage series? Be sure to comment down below, and if you're new to the channel, like I said, we do videos like this every single week. Be sure to subscribe if you want to get more. Give the video a thumbs up, it really does help a lot. And until next time guys, thank you so much for watching. I've been John here on Burns Reviews, you've been burned, and we will see you next time.